This is embarrassing. Let me just start the video off by saying this is embarrassing. For a professional footballer, for a national team footballer to be involved in insurance fraud, it's quite embarrassing. It's a shame. It's a shame. Like, you're a professional footballer. You shouldn't be involved in these things. You shouldn't be involved in crime, period. And Darren Mattocks, you have let me down. And I'm pretty sure you have let down the Reggae Boys. You have let down your club, FC Cincinnati. And the previous clubs you played for. You have let down maybe your family. You have let down people in Jamaica, young footballers in Jamaica who look up to you. And you have let yourself down. Period. That's just my take on the whole situation. So I came across an article on YouTube, a Jamaican vlogger talking about a Jamaican football, Darren Mattocks, involved in something big, a big crime in the United States too, where he could potentially face jail time. And I'm like, let me see what's going on here. And the fact that I make football videos, I'm like, I have to talk about this on my channel. I didn't really want to watch too much of his video. I wanted to, just react to the news in front of the camera. I read a little bit to just get a gist of what's going on here. And I'm like, oh my God, this is embarrassing. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So I'm reading an article from ESPN.com by Jeff Carlisle. And the article is titled, FC Cincinnati's Darren Mattocks' insurance fraud arraignment set for February 27th. So there was a previous article, but this is the article that I clicked on, and this is the article that it seems like it has the latest details. So Jeff Carlisle is a US soccer correspondent, and this article came out on February 18th, 2020. Says it's a 3-minute read, so let's see how long it's gonna take me. More details have emerged regarding the felony charges that FC Cincinnati forward Darren Mattocks is facing. And you guys could remember Darren Mattocks has been a staple of the Jamaican national team for quite a few years, turning out in World Cup qualifiers, Gold Cup matches, friendlies, and I've been a big fan of this player, but in the last Gold Cup, he wasn't so involved. You could see that he's basically getting squeezed out of the squad. Like, they're distancing themselves from Darren Mattocks. He's not the same player he used to be. And with new players like Shamar Nicholson and Leon Bailey coming into the squad, it's going to be hard. It's going to be very difficult to see Darren Mattocks in the Jamaican team once again. I think this is over. I think it's over. His career is done. With something like this, they would definitely want to distance themselves from you. Mattocks, 29, has been charged with 1 count of making a false, fraudulent, or incomplete insurance claim, and another count of theft by deception in Carroll Township, Washington County, Pennsylvania. Carroll Township is located about 25 miles south of Pittsburgh. The case was moved from district court to the Court of Common Pleas in Washington County. According to the affidavit of probable cause obtained by ESPN from the Pennsylvania Attorney General's office, the charges originally stemmed from a car accident Mattocks was involved in. This happened on January 20th, 2019 at around 9:28 a.m. Mattocks and the passenger were traveling from New York City to Cincinnati on State Route 70 near Monongahela, Pennsylvania, when he lost control of his vehicle, a 2018 BMW X6, after it encountered an ice path on the road. The vehicle went over an embankment and flipped over. Mattocks and the passenger were taken by an ambulance to Monongahela Valley Hospital. Mattocks didn't require treatment and was not admitted, while the passenger received treatment and was released. Mattocks and the passenger were then transported to a nearby hotel. The affidavit goes on to explain that at the time of the accident, the car's insurance had lapsed, and this is where this story gets really juicy. But Mattocks then took out a new policy at 11:42 a.m. So if the accident happened at 9:30-ish, they went to the hospital, and then after they were released from the hospital, Mattocks then went and opened a policy on the vehicle, which had no insurance. Wow, the same day. Mattocks then filed a claim on the insurance 3 days later. Since the accident involved a rollover, the car was deemed a total loss for $48,234.48. That's some good money, right? That's some good money right there. A lot of people have to work a whole year for that. When contacted by the insurance company, Mattocks said that he had acquired the insurance policy at 5 a.m. on the morning of the accident, and that the accident took place around noon. Wow. The affidavit says that once the insurance company began investigating further, the inconsistencies in Mattocks' story became apparent. An arrest warrant was issued on December 5th, 2019, and bail was set at $50,000. A formal arraignment is scheduled for February 27th, 2020. How did this happen? I didn't know. I really didn't know about this. It took some time for this thing to surface though. Maybe they kept it, on the down low, because I never heard about this until yesterday. The Cincinnati Enquirer was the first to report the charges against Mattocks. FC Cincinnati, citing the policy of not discussing the personal matters of players, declined to comment. Mattocks' attorney, David J. Strager, issued the following statement. My client respects both the laws of both his native country, Jamaica, and the United States. He has never been in any kind of criminal trouble whatsoever in his life, and this matter is merely a misunderstanding regarding insurance laws here in Pennsylvania. We look forward to clearing up this matter. We have been cooperating with the courts and continue to do so. We look forward to resolving this matter expeditiously. An attempt to reach Mattocks through his agent was not successful. According to the Enquirer, Mattocks took part in the first leg of FC Cincinnati's preseason camp in Tucson, Arizona, but hasn't been present for the second leg in Bradenton, Florida. The Enquirer reported that on a January 30th conference call with reporters, then manager Ron Yans said that Mattocks wasn't in the team's plan. Wow. So I guess that's it for Darren Mattocks in terms of his playing days at FC Cincinnati. Maybe the Reggae Boys, so he would have to clear up this illegal battle and get his career back rolling. But it's quite sad though that you get yourself involved in these things. If you drive in a vehicle without insurance and it flipped over, it's your loss. It is your loss. You should be lucky that you're alive, but why are you driving a vehicle without insurance? That's the thing. An expensive vehicle like that too. I'm pretty sure as a professional footballer, you make enough to insure a vehicle. If you want to drive a BMW X6, you should be able to insure it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be too judgmental on the player. He could well be innocent in this matter, but there's a lot of incriminating evidence against him right here. Definitely. This was set to be Mattocks' second season with Cincinnati. Last year, he scored just 3 goals in 21 league appearances. Overall, Mattocks has spent 8 seasons in the MLS, having also spent time with the Vancouver Whitecaps, Portland Timbers, and DC United. His career numbers stand at 40 goals in 207 League Cup and playoff appearances. To be honest, not to pass judgment again, but Mattocks, you have been poor. 40 goals in 207 appearances, that's quite poor. To be completely honest, that you should have done better. You should have done a lot better here. Jamaican international Mattocks has made 45 appearances for the Reggae Boys, scoring 15 goals. That's a lot better. That's a better conversion rate. That's a better goal to game ratio than what he has achieved for his club teams. The disclosure of Mattocks' legal troubles marks the second off-field incident that FC Cincinnati has had to deal with in the last week. Last week it emerged that Jans was being investigated by the league for using a racial slur in front of players. Wow! In the wake of that investigation, Jans resigned his position late Monday evening. And that's where the article ends. So, Darren Mattocks, man, you got yourself involved in this whole thing, you know, and you have to blame yourself for this. You definitely have to blame yourself for this. You should have had insurance on the BMW before driving it. If you want to take a little risk and drive it without insurance, you know, if you crash, you got to take your loss. You don't then go and open an insurance policy after the accident and then report it 3 days later. You know what? It's kind of stupid if you ask me. It's kind of stupid if you ask me. And with a vehicle flipping over, police had to be involved. There had to be some kind of police report to when the incident occurred. So there's no way you can fake that. If the incident occurred 9:38 and it's a flip over, it's not like a little fender bender where you could talk to the, you know, the other driver and be like, you know, we're going to work this thing out or whatnot. I don't have insurance. It ain't that. You flipped over. You flipped over and then you went and opened an insurance policy after the fact. After you were admitted to the, not you per se was admitted to the hospital, but the passenger. Like, come on. Come on. It's quite stupid. It's quite dumb. And Darren Mattocks, I wish you all the best. I hope you beat it somehow. I hope it's a misunderstanding for real, but from what they're saying, this is quite stupid if you ask me. Seriously. Again, I don't mean to be judgmental, but come on, guys. Come on. What do you think? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. So, let's see if Darren Mattocks will find a new club. Because FC Cincinnati seems like they're distancing themselves from him. And maybe Jamaica will distance themselves from him in the future as well. So guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Didn't mean to hold you for so long, but this is an interesting case here involving a Jamaican player, Darren Mattocks, who I've talked about in previous videos covering Gold Cup matches and stuff like that. So guys, I'm your boy Dominic Rich. If you're new around here, consider hitting the subscribe button. Smash the thumbs up button. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And until next time, peace out. Rich Squad.